Good morning, gamers, and welcome back, summoners. Damn, it's fucking early, man. But it's time to continue. So I think I have planned now every fight till Route 121. So we can just do every fight outside of Route 121, where we could also catch a new encounter. But that's something we will do later on. For now, I have basically prepped every fight on Route 120. You have like 6 or 7 fights actually. Not even that low amount of fights. And yeah. Well, actually talking too much. Let me check that my mic is working. Yeah, it's working. Okay. Alright. Do I have a flyer? Do I have a flyer? Yes, I have. Cool. It's not always the thing, to be honest, so we have to run back a couple of times. But that's okay. Of course. That is okay. Alright. Also, if meanwhile my phone will ring, by the way, I have to actually take that call. Because it could be really important. So I will just be AFK for some seconds. And then I'm back. Okay, so John Fan. Heckleon. Center Scotch. Hydreigon. Infernape. And Gon. Okay. Yeah, should be correct. Was this adamant? Exactly. You as well, I think. Yeah, exactly. I want to change the nature from you. Change nature to adamant. At least we need plus attack. And actually Hydreigon will also be plus attack. Instead of minus attack. So I will just go for the adamant nature here, I guess. Will not matter that much, but yeah, just for the save. So we just give a soft sand here. Soft sand. Now we need black glasses. Now we need Chestoberry. I have to check that actually multiple times and should be fine. Chesto on you as well. It doesn't really matter what you are actually. I can just go Patchaberry. No, it doesn't really matter. Okay. But that should be it. For the next fight. Export. Make sure that everything is correct. We outspeed, exactly, blah 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 blah. Yeah. Go here, kill you. Go here. Attack. Go here. Kill. Okay. Yeah, looking really good. Looking really fine. And you have a Klabushki, of course. Yeah, okay. Okay. Double check that I haven't missed anything here, but should be Gucci. Yeah, your Lumberry. Okay. Yeah, we should have something like some items here. I will just pick them up. Don't worry too much about that. Most likely, I think it's candy and hard scales. Hard scales just doesn't matter in this challenge. But candies, of course, do. Okay. Stun a Fisk Elite against my... So we will just EQ kill this before I can do anything. Nothing else to say here. So now the question is if I'm correct with my knowledge, and that should be Miss Me after that. We just EQ, kill this. We even have a kill on Miss Me actually with knockoff. But because I just two-shot Chansey as well, I really hard believe this is just Miss Me here, right? Yeah. Okay. So this cannot nasty plot here. It doesn't really matter anyways. This is always Shadow Ball. So we go to Kecleon. What is immune to Shadow Ball? We'll see some Kecleon magic here. There's the Shadow Ball. And now we will just Sucker Punch. And Black Glasses Sucker Punch just kills. We also get stab move. We also get the stab. That's the crazy part. Even without stab, we are killing it. Not sure if... No, I think they are. The calc is calcing with protein, I think. Yeah. So we are killing it because we are getting stabbed already. Let me just check that. Would be cool to... Yeah. We're getting stabbed already with protein. But we have to change the nature in the calc to check how much damage we get from other moves. This would be never Nasty Plot. This would be Dazzling Gleam, but we will just kill this now before we can do anything. With Sucker Punch. Now we are Dark type. We should bait Mushana now. And Mushana is not seeing a kill. I could pre-poison Kecleon here. But to be fair, we don't need. I have some mons. Because this have Call Barbary, this have Call Mind, Dark Void, Psychic, Moonblast. A lot of stuff. We are Dark type right now. So we are immune to Psychic. What we're gonna do here is we'll go to Center Scorch on Moonblast. Or Call Mind. Or Dark Void. There are a lot of options actually. So we hard switch. On Call Mind. It is okay. It is okay. It's on +1. Now we have a fast to it KO. It can't Call Mind anymore. And we will use a Sweet Lunch. And this is Psychic. Don't care about the attack drop. Yeah. Can still go for Dark Void, like we can see. But it's fine. So this is Dark Void. We could stay in and kill this, but I want to use my mons, what I just brought here, basically. We have the chest to bury on my Hydreigon. Let me just check that before we switch out. Because otherwise this could get a bit messy here, yeah. And this is exactly Psychic always, if this is attacking move. Never move less. And because of the nature change, the good lunch. It's not lunch, lunk. I don't know how to speak that. Actually, sorry. Into U-turn kills. This is Psychic always. Yeah. Or Dark Void. At least this is never... Yeah, Dark Void is possible. What is even the chance in this game of Dark Void? I'm not even sure about that. I have the chest to bury. For that. Okay, so we kill this with U-turn now. And the last Pokemon is a Chansey. With Evilite, actually. But you can guess how this will end. Yeah, I would even have the Patcha Berry here. So we fake out, just because we can. We don't need the fake out damage here. Holy shit, dude. Monkey time and close combat. So I don't have a flyer now, I think, right? I have. Maybe Hydreigon can learn fly. It's not... Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay, cool. That is a Quell. Okay. Okay, the next fight is a bit more technical. Let's hope that everything is correct in my mind. And then we should be Gucci. Let's hope everything is just correct here. So we have Hydreigon again. This time we'll use it offensive. Yeah. So we have Hydreigon. We have Gyarados. We have Rhyperior. We have my Speedrill. Nape. And Torkoal. Actually, just for the safety, I think. Champ Wallace is safety. I already know that I have to change the nature from Hydreigon back. So modest. Can we get into a random move range? I think it's impossible. Yeah, it's impossible. Okay, okay. So we don't need to do anything else here. Yeah. We need items, of course. Let me check on Hydreigon. We don't need the life orb exactly, but we will go for it. Wait. Life orb is not good. Life orb is not good because we are actually showing a kill. That's bad. So we go actually Dragon Fang, huh? Yeah, okay, good that I actually caught that. We have Dragon Fang, right? Yeah. So, big check. Yeah. That is enough. We don't need the life orb, that's a thing. Yeah, it's better. That is better for sure. That is for sure better. Okay. Then we have a Shed Shell on 2 mons actually. I just need to find that. I just need to find my Shed Shells now. Dude, I am fucking blind, dude. Like, what the fuck? Okay. So here's the first one, and here is the second one. That's the only 2 Shed Shells we have for the entire game, of course. Wait. Oh yeah, true. You are Focus Sash, but that doesn't really matter for us. Exactly. That doesn't really matter for us. So we go Beedrill. What the Beedrill need. And we go Black Belt, I guess. Right? Wait a second, I think I forgot. Yeah, no, Black Belt is correct. Black Belt is correct. Black Belt is correct. And you will just get a Citrus Berry here. Black Belt is correct, my boys. Okay. So we don't need to pre-damage. I think I will pre-damage. Slightly. It's really slightly only. Just to make sure that I'm not doing any mistake here right now. At least I'm 99.9% sure that AI can't knock off at this point, but I just actually want to be sure. So I will just pre-damage slightly. It's just a slightly pre-damage here. So, Hydreigon. You, and you. Let me check one more time. Yeah. We can U-turn. Oh, Slightly pre-damage. Then we go here. Yeah. For me, it's really important that we don't see the knockoff on the switch in. I will cry in the fucking corner if this happens. That's why... Pre-damage. Slot 1. And we want to be on 158 HP. Wait, this is not correct. I'm fucking trolling. This is too much. What the fuck? 222 is correct. Like, stop trolling, actually. 3 damage. Let's check it again. 222. That looks way better. Yeah. Like, I'm pretty sure, actually. But just because I have a lot of breaks between playing, yeah. I could forget something, for sure. Okay, quick check, because this is really important. We have the shed shell here and the shed shell here. Okay. And the minimum damage from you. Yeah, this is always you. Always this, and this is always this. Okay, cool. Alrighty, mighty. Should be ready for the second fight. I think somewhere here is the item, to be honest. I remember that. But not exactly where it was, so... somewhere here, for sure. I even remember that. But yeah. We can just take it later. Okay. Okay, the Ragalji lead. And this is really surprising for me, to be honest. And we just killed this with fucking Dragon Pulse. Because this Pokemon is really bulky on the special side. We don't need a Life Orb for that. So Dragon Pulse actually just straight up kills this. Yeah, nothing else to say. Yeah, like I said, I have done a small mistake, probably, if you think about the next section. What is after the Lilycove rival, because we could have Draco already, if I delay the evolution. But I already used Hydreigon in the split, so I think it was okay. It was okay to already have Hydreigon, and yeah, Draco Meteor is basically a move what we will get on level 80 now. So Dragon Ball skills. We don't have the Life Orb here, because with Life Orb actually I show a fast kill, even if it's only 1 or 2 rolls, to Pangoro. And I want to bait that Pokemon out now. Yeah, exactly. So I'm pre-damaged, so it sees a kill with every single roll with close combat here and cannot knock off. I think it cannot knock off anyways, 99.9%. But I just want to make sure that I don't lose my chat shell here. We will U-turn out here. We are faster, we can U-turn out. The chip damage most likely doesn't really matter, but we can U-turn. So U-turn. And this will use CC now. This have a eject pack. So whenever the stats will get whenever the stats will get lowered, like special defense drop, attack drop, whatever, it will switch out. But this is scrappy. What that means is that Intimidate is actually not working. So Intimidate will not eject Pangoro out, but it will use CC anyways. We'll go to Gyarados on the guaranteed CC here. Intimidate will not work because we have Jade Gen 8 mechanics here. And Close Combat will give this Pangoro a minus death and minus special death drop, and with that, this Pokemon will switch out. And it should always now go, even with a crit, it doesn't really matter, always to Gothitelle. What is Shadow Tag? And that's why we have the Shadow Shell. Not only on this one. This is always a Thunderbolt. We have to do small pivots here. So, Rhyperior is also holding the Shadow Shell here. So we'll go to Rhyperior, but is also holding a Shadow Shell on the guaranteed Thunderbolt. Yep, and this is guaranteed Grass Knot. We can switch out again on the guaranteed Grass Knot now here. To Beedrill. This is Focus Sash, by the way. But we are not killing it right now. Yeah, Grass Knot is obviously doing jack shit here. We don't have a special move, this can't go for Mystic Fire. We Mega Evolve and U-turn out. We'll bring this down to 1 HP exactly. Even Mystical Fire would be actually okay, to be honest. We U-turn. Let's go back. Mega Evolve, U-turn. Bring this down to 1 HP exactly. And we are baiting guaranteed Psychic here. Okay, before I do anything stupid here right now, I'm just checking again the speed here, but yeah. This is not that fast, thankfully. So we will go to Hydreigon back on the guaranteed Psychic. Yeah. And now we will just kill this with U-turn. With a switch move, what is really nice. That's why U-turn on Hydreigon is amazing. And now we want to bait Lilligant. Without baiting Quiver Dance or Sleep Powder. And we have a way for that. Pretty easy, actually. We go to Rhyperior. Oh, I'm not sure, but there is no quadruple AI here, right? Standing Simmer build, actually. Should not be the case. This is a fast kill with fucking quadruple AI, man. Petal Dance. So Lilligant will always use Petal Dance here. And we can just go again to Beedrill. Should never, holy my ears, use anything else here. There it is. Taking it like a boss, of course. And this is a lefty's own tempo. So obviously this set makes sense. But Beedrill is just completely destroying this. U-turn kills, right? It's not even fucking close. it's like fucking Beedrill, man. Why do I even check that, actually? Okay, and the last Pokemon what is still alive is Pangoro, of course. What was ejected out. So we go to Infernape now. There it is. Una Sekunde. Yeah, we just fake out close combat, what we always do with Infernape. Like, not always, we sometimes also use Overheat. Yeah, why not just use a fake out here, because we can, we are obviously faster than this Pokemon. There's no prio here. Gangshot, knockoff, close combat is the only thing. What we can see here, close combat always kills. Could also use Torkoal, it was only a backup if I actually fucked something up, because Torkoal can always kill Pangoro here. Pretty free actually. Okay. I have again Hydreigon, so I can just fly again. Pretty cool. I know that folks are using basically the script for the box, like for the overworld PC. I'm not using that. I'm not sure, but I just don't like to use stuff like that. I mean, there's nothing really wrong about it if you don't use it in a gauntlet, of course. But yeah, I don't know. The only thing I'm using is actually the script where you pre-damage, and I also only use that script after, like for poison for example, after we reached the wild Salazzle, basically. Otherwise you can't poison steel types and stuff like that. So poisoning steel types before you get actually to Salazzle is illegal. Okay. Yeah. Looking pretty cool. I am not sure which encounter I want to take on the next road. We will figure that out, I guess. Okay, this time I don't have a flyer, by the way, in my team, but that's okay. That is actually okay. So, we have a Magnezone this time. We have a Beedrill, who is already in the team, so Beedrill. We have Infernape, who is also in the team already. Then we have a Muk, correct? Yeah, this is correct. Then we have Torkoal. Not Torkoal, sorry. Totonator. This is like, they're really similar. Like, obviously, Totonator have a different typing and stuff like that. But both are shell armor. Most of the time they have a similar job, actually. It's, yeah. Okay, so I think it was a magnet what we will give to you. And check that out anyways in a second, but yeah. Magnet. Black belt. Now we have the Beedrill item like always. This was citrus berry. Dragon Fang. And we are giving you a silver powder. Okay. No pre-damage needed. Pretty straightforward. This time I don't have a flyer, right? We have to actually run back. Meh. It doesn't really matter. Okay, quick check. Especially because of Magnus Zone. Yeah, having the move Thunder is actually fucking broken here right now. I'm not exactly sure what we will see here. I think we will figure that out. We will probably figure that out. Yeah. Always kill. Yeah, exactly. Wait, we are not faster than you. We can change that. Because I don't have max IVs on my Totonator. So sometimes there's the thing that you don't always want to have max IVs. I could also change this to timid if I want. We have actually the kill anyways. Yeah, that could make sense. Then we need to be careful. I think if you bait actually... If you actually bait... I'm not sure about that, gonna be honest. But body press is a really strong move. No, I want to check. I want to stay bold nature because body press is a really strong move here against Miltank. Yeah. So I think we just maximize the speed. I don't even think we really hard need that, but we will still do it. Okay, now we have max speed with Tutonator. Let me save that again in the calc. Export. Yeah, now we have max speed with my bro. We always outspeed you as well. Sometimes it can matter for, you know, for baits and stuff like that, that you are actually slower. But you can also go minus speed nature, of course. But yeah. Alright, Gucci, I will check my team again in a second. Magnus Zone. Not sure the AI is actually realizing my analytic. Because this is actually fucking strong. So yeah, I really hard believe this is just Appletune second, but I'm not 100% sure about that because we two-shot this as well. So it could also be maybe Miltank. Now let's see. Either way, we can also get yeah, like some stuff can change now depending on the first turn. So this is always Golly support. With Bug Gem. And we always just one-shot this. But not before it can do anything, because it has first impression. So it will always act before us. This will also use always first impression here. But we always kill this after that. And if this crits, I think this is maybe even straight up Mr. Mime. Because of Mystical Fire. Okay. Thunderbolt kills. So we have a slow kill on everything actually in the back. Outside of Appletune. But we outspeed and two-shot Appletune as well. It's Miltank. That's even better. Okay, so this is body press. I see a slow kill with thunder here, by the way. It's crazy. So this should not be able to curse here. I'm pretty sure about that. Also, I didn't even check it carefully enough, I guess. But yeah, this is fucking fast. So Adamant Nape is actually outspeeding this. But it's pretty close. It's actually pretty close. I didn't check that carefully enough, but it's fine. We are faster. Miltank Jolly Nature is actually pretty fast. So this is always body press. Body press is obviously completely fine for us. We'll go to Nape. Hard. On this body press. This should not be able to curse here. Because I have a slow kill with thunder. If this is curse, I have to switch out, of course. And we have to do some pivots and stuff like that. Have to be a bit careful with that for sure. I could also go to Beedrill. On the body press. And U-turn out. Then we bait Zen Headbutt. And we have to do some pivots and stuff like that. I think we will just go Napier. I'm pretty positive that this body press cannot... It needs to be body press here. Exactly. Okay. And body press is fine. We can fake out here. We are faster by exactly 3 points right now. And we just do what we always do. Fake out close combat death. Okay, I think this is not Appletoon. Appletoon, even after the drop, is not seeing a kill. This is always Mr. Mime, a random move, Moonblast, or Psychic. Nice white herb bug. Moonblast sees a kill also, I think, after the drop. 83% max damage, Moonblast 181, yeah. Moonblast and Psychic both. So we have a pivot here. I have backups right anyway. So we will go to Mug here. Because Mug is baiting consistent Moonblast. And there's Psychic. I could stay in for one turn here if I want to. I don't even think I need that. Because this is consistent Moonblast. So we can go to Beedrill. And even this is Filter, this is getting completely wrecked by us. There's a Moonblast. Special attack drop obviously doesn't really matter here. I'm holding the Mega item, right? Let's make sure. Yep. So. Also life up. And we will just U-turn here. And U-turn actually kills. U-turn actually kills. This is neutral, by the way. U-turn just fucking kills. But this is only a Mr. Mime, what is kinda paper on the physical side. So let's go back. Mega Evolve U-turn. Dynamic speed will activate and we are fast, of course. What is also one of the coolest things from Beedrill, by the way. It's so slow. Like, not so slow. But it's really... Like, compared to the Mega Evolution, it's pretty slow. Without the Mega Evolution. So you can even show fast kills. And then you can avoid some stuff. Like rocks, for example. A lot of stuff, actually. And then... You actually... get the dynamic speed, outspeed, and get out with U-turn. What is pretty cool. So we outspeed this now as well. I think it doesn't really matter that much. Because, yeah, Tutonator is just shitting on this Appletoon. Like, I don't know. I think Tutonator is actually so fucking cool in this game. You have Rapid Spin, you have like some, like even in a regular run, I think you always keep Overheat, you always keep Draco, and then it's your decision if you want to have Explosion. I think you can have Explosion. I think Rapid Spin, Body Press, like some stuff for sure, some really cool stuff. And it's really bulky, so it will always tank moves. And it's shell armor, so it can't get crit. It's really strong, actually. And then you even have the nuke moves. With Overheat and with Draco Meteor. Super strong, actually. Okay, so I think I have to go back from here. Yeah. And now we have a fight what I haven't basically planned because I couldn't calc that correctly. Because it's bugged in the calc, if I'm correct. It doesn't really matter. We will just do it pretty quickly now. We have a triple VV, basically, what we have to beat. And now we just need 6 mons who can actually handle this mons. That's it. So Magnezone, for example, it just can't die. It just can't die to this VVs. Let me check again everything pretty carefully. There are 2 VVs with Focus Sash. Yeah, we will lead with Magnezone. What would this fucking asshole actually use on me? Is this Air Slash or Electro Web even? Air Slash is fucking 4-time resisted, dude. We have only 1 Pokemon in the card with VB, so this is Shield Dust. I want to card the first one for sure. Shield Dust and Focus Sash. I mean, the item doesn't really matter for the damage calcs. And you have Air Slash. Endeavor. Maybe it will just use Endeavor straight up. Energy Ball. And Electro Web. And now we check the Magnezone calc. I think it's just using Endeavor straight up, by the way. No, it's Energy Ball, actually. We are always safe anyways, like, against this asshole. Then we'll send in probably the second one. With Focus Sash. Because the other one would just die. It depends if we are 1 HP. Because Shield Dust. Not sure actually right now. If Shield Dust will actually not get the speed drop because of Shield Dust. I'm not sure about that. I don't think. But yeah. We just need 6 mons who can actually handle this mons here, basically. So we have Ampharos, for example. We have Magnezone. We have you, Togedemaru. We go plus speed, I think, on you. Hemi is really strong, of course. The last one is with Bugbass, Sleep Powder. It's fine. Excadrill. And I think this should be fine. Hurricane, Bug Buzz, Quiver Dance, Sleep Powder. On the last one, what is Compound Ice? So this will always hit the moose. That's not the problem, I guess. I'm faster than Vivi, I think, with my Togedemaru if I go Jolly. Yeah. So if I go Jolly, then we kill with Fake Out into Zing Zap. But we need Lumberry. What makes sense. Because of Confusion and because of Sleep Powder. And if this will use... for the last one. And if this will use Quiver Dance, it's faster than me, but nothing kills. I could also bring my boy Lycanroc, of course. I don't even think I need that, but why not? Yeah, so the only thing I think I want to do is actually change the nature from Togedemaru to Jolly. And I think this is pretty straightforward anyways. So, what we're gonna do is on Hemi, we will pre-freeze my Hemi. Apply status and freeze. This is for the second one. Yeah, and now we just go actually Citrus here, Lumberry here, Lumberry here, Lumberry here, and Lumberry here. And Hemi will just hold a Citrus Berry, I think. Nothing else need. And with that, we should be actually always Gucci against this team. Can obviously calc also mid-fight, but this is like triple VV basically. Two of them are Focus Sash. And we should never be in danger here. With this mons. Okay. There's also no reason to change any nature here. Yeah, Careful is fine. Outspeed and kill. We could go Jolly if I want, but I think it doesn't really matter. Okay. Let's do it. Should be technically straightforward. I even have, I think, overpreps here with like Lumberry and stuff like that. It's a bit harder to calc because you can't see all three VVs at least in the calc. But that's okay, I guess. You can calc every one manually. You have to keep it in mind. And yeah, then it's most likely fine. Okay, we have Citrus Berry, Flash Cannon. Not even sure I'm faster after drop, by the way. But we are speed tied. It's fine. We don't fucking care, actually. We actually don't fucking care. Because Magnezone is completely destroying this first one. So this VV have Air Slash, Energy Ball, Electro Web, and Endeavor. So we will just Electro Web here, turn 1 on Energy Ball. We don't fucking care about the damage. And there is the Focus Sash. And we don't get the speed drop, yeah. Something like that I actually, yeah, and there's the Endeavor. Will bring me down to like 1 HP. We always survive that, of course, because Endeavor can't kill. It's not possible. And we kill this Vivi. Okay, it should be the second Vivi with Focus Sash here. Now it's really hard to actually realize which one it is, obviously, but I really hard believe it needs to be the second one with Focus Sash. So we go to Hemi. This have Quiver Dance as well. Okay. That's the Life Orb one. Ah, fuck. So this is Hurricane. This cannot Sleep Powder here right now. Can this Quiver Dance? I think because I have a kill, it can't. We just go for the Flabless kill here. Yeah. The only problem is if this will confuse. That's the only thing what could happen now here. Fuck off. Okay. It's fine. We could also just switch out here after that. This could never go for Quiver Dance, at least. It could go for Sleep Powder after that. I think. I think we would not defrost if we get Self-Hit. At least. Okay, we have to switch out here. This is now the Focus Sash one. So, Togedemaru. Let me check one thing. Does it have Quiver Dance? But it shouldn't... It can Quiver Dance. Because it have a Focus Sash. So Shield Dust. We have to only calc the last one. With Focus Sash. And the moveset is a Bug Buzz. Air Slash, Psychic. Air Slash. Psychic and Quiver Dance. And it will use right now Psychic on us. This maybe can Quiver Dance here right now. I cannot stay in because I'm confused. What I can do is go to Excadrill. Excadrill is super safe against every move. And this cannot Sleep Powder. So this fight is not hard for us. Because we will just pivot a bit around. Yeah, there's a Quiver Dance. Because of the Focus Sash, it can actually do it. So it's on +1 speed, +1 special attack, and +1 special defensive. Thankfully, we don't care about the special defensive. Because we will just attack on the physical side. This is Bug Buzz or Quiver Dance again. We always tank that. Fine. And there's a Focus. Oh, this was not a crit. I think we can just stay in and just kill it. We don't need to worry about anything here. This is Bug Buzz anyways. Yeah. If this would be a special defense drop crit, I think we switch out and then we are Gucci anyways. That's why we have so many backups, basically. Okay. It's fine. I basically thought actually that it will be the Focus Sash one. It was not the case. But that's okay. Okay. The next fight is sweep by... I actually don't even need to run back, by the way. So, for saving time, I will just use... Do I have a potion? We should have potions. I will just potion everything here. And we only need Excadrill. Ah, I need to run back anyways. Fuck! Because I need to change a move. Lul. That's whatever. Fine. It's okay, I wasted some potions. I need Iron Head. I need Iron Head. This is that fight is entirely swept by Excadrill. I CBA actually thinking about anything else here. We'll just go for the sweep. Because Excadrill is actually really strong for this fight. Life Orb. And now we need Iron Head. And we will remove high horsepower again. We will reach pretty soon Lily Cove, and with that we will also get every slow move. We can buy the TMs and stuff like that. We don't need to worry about removing Rock Thumb, for example, anymore. It's not that far away, actually. And yeah, let me just check again. One more quick time before we do anything wrong here. Yeah, we just kill everything. But it's not in rain or something like that. Yeah, exactly. No prio, no prio, no prio, no prio. Okay, if I'm not entirely blind, this is a clean sweep. Like a super clean sweep. Oh shit. So Excadrill will press 4 times Iron Head here in this fight. And kill everything. This add rocks and stuff like that. So yeah, we'll get Life Orb, damage. We will just bait Team Order because we have a fast kill. Not only rolls, like obviously every single roll kills. This will just be Team Order. Excadrill will kill everything here. Not even Tyrantrum, I think, matters that much in a regular run. Like, I could also just fucking EQ here. So let's not press 4 times Iron Head. Let's do something else. Really carefully checking as well that we don't have anything with a Focus Sash here, but I checked that already. Also no priors. And yeah, we have Iron Head, EQ. All of this is just killing here. Nice crit. And that's the fight, okay. The next one is not that easy, but I found a pretty easy solution, to be honest. I would say. It was not that easy on paper, to be fair. Okay, we got the bug gem. I think I want to keep the gems for the late game, really. Like I did actually my regular run as well, anyways. Sometimes you just end not even using them. That's true. So usually I think you should just use them if you need them for a fight, especially if it makes a fight way easier. But yeah, it's always like that. It's always like that also with TMs in other games or also in this game, because you can't use the same TM again and again outside of the buyable TMs, of course. And yes, most of the time you actually end up with not even using the TM while he was holding the TM for the entire game. Okay. So. We have a Septile. I had a different line as well on this fight. Then I changed the line. Oops. Okay. Spearberry, Life Orb, and Modest Nature. Let's keep that in mind. Life Orb. Change Nature. Modest. And can just go with a muscle band here, I guess. Just let's be careful with the animation so we don't fuck that up. Should not be the case, but yeah, I think that's the only thing what we can fuck up in this fight. So. Let me check that everything is correct for this fight. Move out. We have the pre-damage for sure. And we need a pre-damage. For overgrowth. And that means we have to pre-damage Marboy to 68 HP. Pre-damage 166. Let's make sure that everything is correct here. Yeah, this will see a kill. We'll get the drop. Yep. This is slow kill, this is slow kill, this is slow kill. This is really important, okay. Then we go here. Then we switch here. Then we use this move. Then we bait this move. Then we go here. Even with this, yeah, this was really hard actually to bait that move consistent. I will explain which move. But yeah, we are Gucci. I don't think we can actually lose with Arcanine. It's actually impossible, I think. It's actually impossible, I think. I still want to have the Spearberry. I think we could even go without Spearberry and just like... Because Flablet just gets me out anyways. But... yeah. Okay, let's check out the pre-damage again. Yeah, it's 66 HP. This is even a bit more than I need, actually. I just saw that right now. But that's okay. It's absolutely okay. Okay, so I thought about a different line as well for this Licky lead here. What is Choppleberry and have Explosion. There was a different line as well, but that was requiring already 2 mons for this Licky. I was getting pretty tight on slots in the end. So having a one-shot here is crazy. Leaf Storm kills this before I can do anything. We'll get Life Orb damage. But we obviously never die to Life Orb tick. So we'll Leaf Storm here. We had Overgrowth, this will always kill. Get the special attack drop, what is really important. Because of the special attack drop, we don't have a fast kill anymore against Corsola. And that should always be Corsola now. Exactly. And it sees a kill with Shadow. That's also a thing. We need a slot now. A different slot. Anyways. This is Shadow Ball and Hydro Pump. Because we are that low. So Corsola, the thing about this Pokemon is that this is pretty annoying. There's an Explosion, Endure, Shadow Ball, Hydro Pump, okay? So you need to be really careful that it will not explode in your face at the wrong time. Then you have to care about the ability as well. So what we're gonna do now here is go to Mug. Because Mug, it will always go for Shadow Ball or Hydro Pump. Every single move sees a kill. And every single roll. We cannot switch to Shadow Ball to my best Legion. That's why we need to do this pivot here now. And because we show a kill, this cannot blow up. There's a Hydro Pump. That's the highest damaging move on my Mug. So this is now Explosion. Like a 2% chance. Or Hydro Pump. So we go to Basco Legion. Both is fine, by the way. Either way, we have Ghost Pokemon. I think Mold Breaker... Okay, this just failed. So we Spirit Lock here. If this is Endure, it will survive on 1 HP. And this is Cast-Up Berry. So you can already understand what this means for us. But it can't blow up. And we have Aqua Jet. Yeah, Cast-Up Berry. That's only for the same prior bracket. But we have Aqua Jet. And I think with Mold Breaker we ignored the Perish buddy, right? I didn't even thought about that, to be honest. Crazy enough. So, this is Zoroark, okay. Not with me. Not with me, asshole. So, the really hard part about this Zoroark is, I think, also in a regular run. Because there you also don't have perfect IVs and stuff like that, of course. To bait the correct moves. Because it's Dark Gem boosted Night Days. And that's fucking step. Basically the only step move it have. So going to a Pokemon, baiting Night Days, and then bait consistent, like for example Aura Sphere, is not that easy. It's actually not that fucking easy. But we have the perfect Pokemon for that, and that's Hydreigon. So this is always a Night Days exactly. it sees a kill with Night Days, it have to go for it. It can maybe, because it doesn't see a kill with every single roll, because we got 0 damage, it can go Nasty Plot here. That's also fine. That is also fine for us. Like, there are 2 rolls what doesn't see a kill. So if this goes for Nasty Plot, actually, it's okay. But I think it cannot go for Nasty Plot, because I have, with Superpower, a slow kill anyways. So I think Nasty Plot is impossible here right now. It should be impossible. There's the Night Days. Dark Gem boosted Night Days, by the way. But Hydreigon is resisting that Dark Gem. The Dark Gem Night Days. Decent amount of damage still. And obviously we're resisting Flamethrower as well. So we're betting guaranteed. Guaranteed. Aura Sphere. We are slower, so we need to hard switch out here. Hydreigon was only in this fight for the pivot. But you can guess which Pokemon will take jack shit damage against Aura Sphere. And that's the only move we can actually switch into Beedrill. Don't even need the Mega Evolution, by the way. We just fucking blast this. I mean, it's so rock. Yeah, still. So the key for me is to kill this with a switch move here. There's Aura Sphere. Can also not Nasty Plot because Aura Sphere sees a kill from Hydreigon. So slow kill, it can just not Nasty Plot. Even if this would be the case, like, who cares? Because we Mega Evolve and kill this with U-turn. And now the last Pokemon, what is actually Glalie. And the cool part about this can't blow up anymore. So we have one more Explosion Pokemon. And I think Glalie is more dangerous. That's why I want to avoid the Explosion on this Pokemon. That's why it was important that we bait actually Glalie last. We don't worry that much about Corsola. But Glalie is really fucking annoying because of the ability Moody. We don't want to mess that up actually. And then have leftovers and yeah. But to be honest, maybe there is a 1 into 1 billion chance that Arcanine lose this here. If it gets too many the only thing is it needs to get actually an accuracy evasion boost. And then it gets spicy. But we are even faster, but this will probably just detect here right now. We Flare Blitz. Okay, never fucking mind. Okay, buddy. Never freaking mind. Okay, we have one more fight for this stream, and we are done with this route. We can fly back because of my Hydreigon, and then we are done with route 120. Okay. Oops. Let's go with Beedrill. Arcanine. Oh, we have Seppi. Nape. Dawn fan. Let's make sure that I don't do any stupid mistakes, and we have Turtonator. Okay, so the most important thing here is that we have a shed shell. So wait a second, we need the mega item on Beedrill. I think I gave that already. Yeah. Now we need the shed shell. That's really important. It's the last fight, by the way, for the stream. We're done with this route. I have done more fights than usually. So we are doing a bit progress at least. And I have to collect all the fucking candies. Or like the items what we are missing right now. Shed shell on Hemi. Citrus berry on a Sceptile. Don't fucking care. Can just go for the charcoal actually. Yeah, I have so many mons basically. How much damage is knockoff doing? Do you have knockoff? You don't have knockoff. Yeah, then fuck you. Sorry, but then fuck you. You're actually done, so then. Okay. I don't even need to change the nature from Infernape, right? I just need Fake Out, yeah. Okay. Let me double check that Nape is fast enough. That's the only important thing. Export. Up. So small check for my stuff here. Adaptability. Export, import. Double checking this as well. Turn. Go fast kill. Yeah, we need to change the nature. Thankfully I saw that! On Sceptile. Sceptile is wrong right now. Because we don't need modest nature, of course. We need the timid nature back. Oops. Change nature. Timid. Can change that in the calc. Limit. Yeah, now we are faster. Could always, even with a crit, yeah, always bait this for slow kill. Kill you. Yeah, and I actually... Holy shit. Thankfully I'm checking stuff. So I'm slower right now. And I outspeed if I'm plus speed nature. Thankfully I'm checking that stuff, otherwise I would cry in the fucking corner. But yeah, it makes sense to check that stuff. We can just go naive here, I think. You know what? Let me export my team again. I want to actually be sure. Okay, so Sceptile. Yeah, I'm faster now. Don't even think it would matter that much, because that Pokemon is not doing too much damage against us. But still. Still. And for the last Pokemon, actually, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. Yeah. It just fucking doesn't matter. Okay. We're good to go. That's the last fight now. For the next stream, I will for sure prep a bit more fights again for Route 121. Maybe we can finish the next route. Let's see. Really important thing is this and the Shed Shell. Shed Shell is so fucking important. Yeah, and the speed here is completely okay. Alright. Checking out the speed was really important actually. Double, triple checking. I didn't wrote the nature down. So yeah. Okay, last fight. Last fight, Route 120. And then we are done with this route. And done with this fights, and done with the stream as well. With my ninja boy Riley. Is this also a not very well designed fight? So we Mega Evolve and U-turn and kill this Greninja before it can do anything. It's that fucking simple. 170% minimum damage. Obviously we need the dynamic speed, otherwise we don't outspeed. And this doesn't have something like protect or something like that, so. Life Orb Greninja, good freaking night. I think the biggest puzzle is probably the Duck Trio. We will just solve that pretty easy here. With baiting it straight up out. This is fast skill Duck Trio now for EQ. And this is Arena Trap. We also want to bait Duck Trio. And this is always only and only EQ. Never have anything else. I don't think it can go for Final Gambit. It's impossible. And we have Shed Shell to switch out here. Even if this would be Final Gambit, it would be okay. And we go to Sceptile. This is Ground Gem boosted EQ, what will do a ton even to Sceptile. If this crits, Citrus will proc and we heal out of anything for the next Pokemon outside. Like, we heal out of random moves, basically. It's a lot. It's a lot out of damage. This is GMO Sceptile. But we are safe, of course. And here Drain kills. That's why we can hold a Citrus Berry here. It's just a fucking overkill, like Bacterial is paper. And this should now always bait exactly Durant for a slow kill with X-Scissor. Even on a crit, we was out of Bishop range. Yeah, there it is. This is Focus Sash Durant. Thankfully I checked, by the way, that my name was actually without a plus speed nature slower, because Durant is fucking fast. Sometimes you forget that actually. And it's Jolly Nature. It's actually, it have a slightly, really slightly higher speed tier than Nape even, because 109 base speed. In the Fernape is only 108, but we have a level diff here, so we always outspeed with the plus speed nature. This is X-Scissor. This could go for Sword Dance because not every single roll sees a kill. What is completely fine for us. This is also Swarm, so it's not Hustle or something like that. I think Hustle is most of the time more dangerous. Okay, really important, we need to fake out here. Because this is Focus Sash. There's the Focus Sash. And Overheat, even with Jolly Nature, by the way. This is not Jolly anymore, it's Naive now. would do 400%. Fucking Durant, man. Yeah, overheat kills. Pretty sure we could just like stay in now against Bishop and just CC here. We can just do it, but we can also use my other mons. This is Sucker Punch. Guaranteed. I don't think we are worried anyways. We go to Totonator here. This cannot Pursuit here. This is Sucker Punch always. Because the AI sees it's dead against me. Okay. Sucker Punch failed. That's basically the highest damaging move against me. But it can't press it anymore. I think it can go for Zen Headbutt now. We have an outplay if this will just like completely flinch me to death here now. If this is the case. But yeah, I want to use my other mons. We will just go body press here. It's going for Pursuit. And body press kills. We could also use overheat. Overheat and body press, both the skills here. That's it. Okay, stream is done. Fight is done. Route 120 is done. So the next stream we can decide our encounter for the next route. Not for the Safari Zone, but for the next route at least. And I will think about that. What would fit in our team, in our box really good right now. We have to think about the Lily Cove rival battle. We also will get pulled pretty soon. But we cannot use pull for the Lily Cove rival anyways. Because we want to have Draco Meteor. Yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. And see you guys in the next stream. Next stream, hopefully I can finish Route 121. But yeah, let's see.